collaboration with our partner agencies is at an all-time high. The relationships that we're working really hard to build, we really value the relationship with Chief Tucker and Chief Pace and all the first responders of both Flagler County Fire Rescue and Flagler Beach Fire Department.
A mutual aid agreement that would continue to provide the level of fire service Flagler County residents have come to expect is poised to become official. Palm Coast City Council is slated to vote on the agreement that's been in effect for years but hasn't been formalized between the Palm Coast Fire Department, Flagler County, and Flagler Beach at its meeting today. Palm Coast Fire Battalion Chief Kyle Berryhill, who will be the department's next chief, outlines key parts of the agreement.
Mutual aid is assistance that's dispatched upon request. The request might be a type or a number of personnel, a specific piece of equipment, or a specialized expertise. And then we use closest appropriate unit response, which is the process of assigning by resource location and appropriate unit type the unit with the least travel time to the call, regardless of jurisdiction where the call originates. And that's what we do here. We recognize that our residents don't use jurisdictional lines to determine where they have lunch or where they go to the gym or where their friends live. So we want to make sure that we don't use them to determine whether or not we'll respond to an emergency. It's a very unique thing, something that our partners who've worked in other places say is something special about our community.
Palm Coast City Councilman Nick Kloufis appreciates one particular aspect of the agreement that he says will lead to faster response times.
The strongest verbiage in all of this presentation was the unit with the least travel time to the call, regardless of jurisdiction where the call originates, is going to provide the appropriate response. And I think that if we polled our community, 100% of individuals, when they're in need of help, would want the closest unit to be responding to them. And I think this provides a framework to do that.
The Flagler County Board of Commissioners has already approved the agreement. Flagler Beach commissioners are expected to pass it in the near future. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. A fugitive is found asleep in his pickup truck that deputies say was stuffed with enough drugs to potentially kill 2 counties worth of people.
James Duke, a resident of Kennesaw, Georgia, is being held on a $508,000 bond following his arrest just after 4 a.m. Sunday at a mobile gas station in Palm Coast. When the deputy woke Duke up,
during the investigation, the subject's been for giving false names to law enforcement and loitering and prowling, as he also had tools commonly used by burglars around closed businesses.
That's Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley. Duke was arrested for giving a false name to law enforcement, loitering or prowling, and resisting an officer.
During an inventory search of his vehicle, enough fentanyl-laced cocaine was found, strong enough to potentially kill everyone in Flagler and Putnam County combined.
Because of what was discovered, county sheriffs added additional charges of trafficking in fentanyl and possession with intent of burglary tools, as well as possession of drug paraphernalia. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm J.P. Bazette.
Thanksgiving is just a couple of months away, and an area nonprofit is already working to help those less fortunate put food on the table.
Dottie Coletta is with Team Feed Flagler and has been with the organization since the beginning.
14 years ago, Flagler County started it in the GSB building, and the county kept it up for a while. But then about 6 years ago, maybe 5, that Pastor Solano took it over. And also with these other churches and organizations, they're still in need today for people who are in need.
2021 was a very busy Thanksgiving.
We served 450 hot meals. We gave 1,322 gift cards for families to get a turkey and fixings. We gave 200 gift cards to students in transition. We gave 75 gift cards to veterans, and 75 seniors got gift cards.
This year's goal is to provide meals to 1,500 families. To donate, log on to gracecommunityfoodpantry.com, click on the Team Feed Flagler tab, then click the Donate button. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Rich Petchke.
There's more to Pink on Parade than just the 5K.
Tonight is the food truck poll, and John Subers, who's the director of the Flagler Advent Health Foundation, said on the Flagler Voice that the competition is getting tight.
I think there's going to be a little bit more trash talking between the teams this year, from what I understand, and a medal belt that is a prize. We also are planning on providing some of our finisher medals to
Oh.
and award them somehow. They'll walk away with little finisher medals,
Oh,
which
that's
is
exciting.
really kind of fun.
Subers said cheerleaders from Matanzas High School will be there to cheer the teams on. He invites everybody to the event to help out and savor the good eats. You can listen to the Flagler Voice on Saturday mornings at 8:30 here on WNZF, anytime on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow, 1,000 expected to run. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.